Hi, I'm Rich with Inside HPC. We're here at the GPU Technology Conference in Silicon Valley, and today at the HPE booth, I've got Harvey Skinner. Harvey, you having a good show so far?
Oh, we're having a wonderful show.
Really?
We're showing all kinds of new technologies, ranging from HPC, data analytics, and AI workloads. At this particular demo spot, though, we're showing how we are delivering offerings for the data part of production AI.
So Harvey, you're the data store guy at HPE. What do you mean by production AI?
So if you look over the past couple of years, customers have really been looking at how they can use AI in part of their business workloads. They've been doing investigations, POCs, trying to prove out that it really is something that can help their end business results. They're now at that turning point, going from investigation and POC to really deploying this, operationalizing AI in their various production workloads. So it's not just one production workload, it's many production workloads. That means that what I was doing on a small one or server scale for investigation is now tens of servers for production scale. It's from tens of terabytes of data sets to petabytes of data sets. And so it's really that level of scale that we're talking about, and how we're showing here at GTC that we can deliver the AI data store solutions they need for production AI.
So how do you get that done? Is it with high-performance interconnects and RAID arrays? How does it all work?
So if you think back to the investigation phase, I was keeping local copies of data, typically one or two servers. I can manage that. I can go out and maintain and keep synchronous copies of data in those two servers. I can afford the NVMEs to put the data locally. When I now scale that to production level, that becomes prohibitive both from the maintenance and management perspective, trying to keep tens of copies together. It also is prohibitively expensive for that amount of NVMe. So now we have to look at how we can build data store solutions that can scale and provide the fast file data access needed for these AI model training and validation processes, but also how can we optimize that for capacity? So for the less active data, we're able to still host that at a much lower cost on non-NVMe devices.
So Harvey, what is the AI Data Node in this context?
Okay, so the AI Data Node is really constructed to, one, deliver both the fast file access needed for the GPUs to do their model training and validation and everything that way, but also scale with capacity in a cost-optimized manner, so I'm not having to afford all of my data capacity on all NVMe. And I now have an AI data node, which is really an Apollo 4200, a single architecture, where I'm deploying both a WekaIO very fast file tier and also a Scality object tier in the same box. So rather than having to deploy multiple copies of infrastructure to have both a fast file tier and a more optimized archive tier, I've got both stacks in one node. So I can now scale one cluster of nodes. I'm not having to maintain two separate clusters. I've got everything tested, everything works well and can scale. I'm now optimizing the amount of nodes I have to deploy. So I have half the infrastructure. I have half the complexity, half the boxes you have to manage, and I'm also lowering your power and cooling costs. And all of this has been proven. It's ready to deploy very quickly. Both stacks have been optimized for this, and we can do it very affordably.
So Harvey, we've got a lot of readers and listeners out there. How do they kick the tires on this to find out if it works for them?
Okay, so there should be a couple links down below here that you can click on. One of them will get you to our Performance for Production AI white paper, where with collaboration of our key partners like NVIDIA, Mellanox, WekaIO, and Scality, we are showing the benchmark results we have for both model training and also model inference validation. It'll show you the numbers we've been seeing. It really shows everything scaling quite nicely. We also have a white paper out there for our AI data node configuration. It's the box that I told you a little bit about. We're combining both a fast file tier and a lower cost archive tier on our Apollo 4200 Gen 10 platform.
Well, hey Harvey, thanks for having me today, and have a great show.
Thank you for coming by, Rich.